Hi, my name is Rebecca, and I have an English question for you. Okay? Is it correct to say in English, he drives careful or he drives carefully? Which one is correct? He drives careful or he drives carefully? Well, I hope you said the second one, but in case you weren't sure, or if you'd like to know a little bit more about why that's the correct answer, this lesson will help you, okay? Because our lesson today is about adverbs, okay? And adverbs are words which give us more information in English about the verb of the sentence, about another adverb, about an adjective, and sometimes also about a phrase or a clause, okay? So an adverb is a word that gives us more information about one of these, for example. So let's look at what they are, what they sound like, and how to identify them and use them correctly. So there are different kinds of adverbs, many different kinds. I've just written 5 of them here. Some of them tell you, or many of them actually, tell you how something was done. So it could be, for example, he drove slowly, right? That tells you how he drove. It could give you some information about where something happened. Like we teach English here, okay? Or how often somebody does something. She always eats the same food, okay? Or when something happened, like today. Like we are filming this lesson today, right? Or how much, all right? He was completely exhausted after the exam. So that tells us how exhausted he was, completely. So there are different kinds of adverbs, all right, in English that you will use. Now, where do the adverbs go? Well, the adverbs can go in different places. For that, do check a grammar textbook and it'll explain to you where the adverbs go. But in different situations, the adverbs go in different places. That much I can tell you. All right? Another important point is about the spelling of adverbs. All right? So usually, we in fact define an adverb as a word which often ends in ly. And that's the most common form of adverb that you'll see. So the adjective clear becomes the adverb clearly, or polite becomes politely, silent, silently, right? These are all adverbs, not adjectives. We'll talk in a few minutes about that. If the word already ends in y, if the adjective ends in y, then we will change it to ily. So angry, angrily, easy, easily, noisy, noisily. All right? So angry, easy, and noisy would be the adjectives, and angrily, easily, and noisily are the adverbs. They tell us how somebody is doing something. All right? Here are some more adverbs. If the word or the adjective ends in ful, like beautiful, helpful, and so on, then we add ly like this: beautifully, carefully, successfully. All right? If the word ends in le, like the word simple, then to make it an adverb, we add ly. Simply, we drop the e, right? Terrible becomes terribly. Horrible becomes horribly. All right? So these are some spelling changes that need to be made when we're talking or when we're using and writing with adverbs. Some more examples of how we can use adverbs. He drove carefully. The bus stopped suddenly. She shut the door quietly. And we ate dinner quickly. All of these were adverbs of manner. They told us how somebody did something. So he drove how? Carefully. The bus stopped how? Suddenly. She shut the door how? quietly. We ate dinner how? Quickly. All right? So whenever you're answering that kind of question, you're using the adverb. Okay? Something to keep in mind, there's always some exceptions just to confuse you and just to make life a little bit more interesting for me, and I hope for you, is that sometimes there are a few words in English which are the same when they are adjectives and adverbs. For example, the word fast. We can say he is a fast driver, or we can say he drives fast. In that case, we don't say he drives fastly, because there's no word fastly, okay? There's only fast. So he drives fast, or he is a fast driver. So there the adjective and the adverb is actually the same. Also same goes here. He's an early riser. An early riser means someone who wakes up or rises early in the morning. Or he rises early. He wakes up early. So again, the word is an adjective and an adverb, and we don't need to change it anymore. She has a hard job, all right? Or she works hard. Again, the word hard is an adjective and also an adverb. We don't need to change it. In fact, if you change that word, hard, to hardly, it has the opposite meaning. Did you know that? Hardly, if we say she hardly works, it means, it does not mean that she works very hard. It means she almost doesn't work. Okay? If I say, for example, I have hardly any money, that means I have almost no money. So hardly means almost nothing. And it's obviously the opposite of what you'd want to say if someone does work hard. Okay? So you say she works hard, not she hardly works, or she works hardly, because that would have the opposite meaning. Okay? Another exception is the word good. All right? So good doesn't have another form like goodly. All right? It has good and well. The adjective good, she speaks good English. Good is being used as an adjective to describe the noun, English. But in another sentence, another kind of construction, we could say, she speaks English well, right? Now, the word well is describing how she speaks. Not the noun, but the verb. She speaks English well, or she speaks good English. Not she speaks English good, which is heard around the world sometimes. Okay? So if you'd like to do a quiz on adverbs, please visit our website, www.ingvid.com. There you'll find over 300 videos and more every day on various aspects of English, and I'm sure they'll help you to improve your English. All the best. Bye for now.